few carcasses I gotta clean up here. Temperature's getting warmer. This is the coolest day for a while. It's supposed to go +6 for the rest of the week here. And then through the weekend, gonna be gone here doing a butchering course with Brandy and a friend. If you ever notice, I'm always kind of looking up, because if I do this, I get a couple chins and stuff like that. So makes me look younger. Turned the heat down in here last night to keep things cool, and so those will be ready. So we're gonna play with that here, and then I got a couple beavers to top up, and hopefully it's not too late of a night. But maybe we'll take the coyotes off the board, same with the fisher and stuff. But we're gonna turn the heat back up here and get going. Gotta always watch some YouTube, or when the TV works, I guess. Let's see who I should watch tonight. Coon Creek Outdoors, Coyote Documentary. Let's check out True North Living tonight. See what he's been up to. In the comments there, leave me some channels to check out, and we'll watch them while we skin. Okay, gonna get after it. Here's a nice black wolf. It was 90 some pounds there, but when I bought it, it was froze, and took a chance on it, and it was snared in the mouth, and the skin's all broke and slipping around the face here. Same on the other side. So I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to finish that. I'll have to see how the rest is. Maybe I can sew it and still make a wall hanger out of it, get it tanned up, or just do it for trim. Hopefully I can get what I put into it out. I'm still learning, and I'm learning not to buy whole wools. There's more issues than not. And yeah, unless you can see it perfect, not frozen and presented properly, that's been part of my issue. When things are kind of hid, or people froze them a certain way to hide things, take their word for it, and it doesn't always work out. Well, that wolf fought me all the way. It's a little too cold there, and the fat was stiff and hide was stiff there. But I got it off. Never give up. So let's take a look at the face here. So the snare cut the lip, and then did some rub up to here. Come on. So I think I will do it, but I'm just gonna do it for a wall hanger, and then we can cut that out, sew it together. And on the other side here, same kind of thing. Just sew that together, seal it up. It had some old rubbing on its chin, an old scar. So it'll make a good wall hanger. Beautiful hide, nice color. Just won't be able to mount it. Well, we're gone for a day and a bit. Yesterday we went and took a butchering course down south there, and learned a few things. But yeah, so I got to tidy up this yard here. Let's go take a look at that. It's a bit of a disaster. Plus it warmed up and everything melted into the ice there. So we got these fine critters froze into the ice. We'll see if we can chip it out. These trough there started backing up. Instead of running away, it ran towards everything here. So we'll spend a bit of time cleaning this up. Nice. That actually broke up okay. They were froze in a bit, but I just took a pry bar and gave a couple whacks and loaded it up. So get this part sent out, and this other stuff can go to the other bait. Gonna go start up the sled. Blake and Brandy wanted to come, so we're gonna go out as a family there. Blake got himself a newer skidoo. We talked about that earlier. It's a little bit noisy. And we got this nice quiet one. Blake came out for a ride with Brandy and I. I'm gonna haul this bait in. Some coyote tracks here. Looks like quite a few tracks on the inside. We'll take a look at that. And today we're gonna pull the snares. So we're gonna go in here and pull a couple, and then we did see some wolf tracks further out there, but the wind blew them in. But they're not too old. A couple days looks like. Anyways, we'll drag this in and show you something interesting, hopefully. Boy, oh boy, it's beautiful out today. Sun's up. It's about 11 o'clock. -5. Time to pull the snares though. Got till the end of the month for wolves, but it's quiet and run out of bait. I got things to do, and the fur probably won't be good, so no sense of going after them. Go up there and pull those ones where we made all the catches earlier, and check out the rest of the tracks. I'm gonna head in, check it out. Just here, the last outer skirt snares. So we made a catch there, and we made a catch here, and we made a catch there. And I'm just looking around for fresh tracks. I had to cut the snares off, of course, once I caught the wolf, but I left them hanging up on the tree. A couple of them with just the swivels and whatnot on there, just to speed things up. Next time I'm gonna have to bring some cutters, better cutters. I had fencing pliers kind of thing, but they didn't work out that good. Now that the wolves are, I'm done for the season. I'm just checking things out a bit more. So I got coyote tracks in here. It's a pretty heavy trail right up here. Not sure if it's the wolves or what. It's all kind of washed in. Lots of times underneath spruce trees and stuff where the snow starts to melt first, you'll find some sheds because the deer and moose will lay underneath it. So I just take a quick little walk over and take a boo. I don't see anything. And we got one snare over here we're gonna take down, then carry on to the other side. These snares come off pretty quick. Just twist this off. Of course, this one's stiffer. And then I just close up the loop. I'm just doing this on the stick here so you can see, close it up, but not all the way. And then I open this up here. And the way this goes on here really bites the tree, so I can adjust it to wherever I want. But I like to open up this extra loop here, just so I don't put a memory in the cable by rubbing against it. Hard to do one-handed, I apologize. Murphy slide, hooks on everything. There we go. So that closed back up. Open it up and pull the snare through. That way it doesn't rub the business or killing end of the snare. And doesn't give it a memory or a twist. And you just grab it by the swivel, fold it in half and roll it up. Okay, off to the next set. Nice coyote trail, was a wolf trail. Comes to the snare. The wolves, or the coyotes can duck underneath. That one actually went around. Not a big deal, but if it's the wolves, the right height and whammo. A few more down on this side. We'll walk it out, see what we got. I think there's another 4 snares down here. And that's it for this site. Well, if you remember, when I first came to set this place up, I just dumped the carcasses and gut piles there. And then the next day I came out, and this is a spot where 5 wolves had bedded down. And I thought this was be a good trail, but it sat here stagnant and no wolves, just coyotes ducked underneath it. And I always thought that the wolves would come from this side, the high side, to get a bit of advantage and look down, and that's where the tracks used to come in. But like we learned, they came from the opposite corner. And here it gave me more options because it's a little bit smaller, tighter brush. On the other side, like we've seen, it's more open, so maybe that's what they liked this year. But pulling the last snare at the set here. Okay, we're at the other bait here. So we got some coyote tracks here, heading this way, some wolf tracks, and then over this way the wolf tracks have crossed and gone back in here. So what we learned last time is they didn't go where the snares were. They kind of hung out on that far corner. Let's see what they did today. I got this old sled here, and I went to start, and the pull cord got hung up, so I had to shave it back, and it took me a few minutes to get it going, but it's running. Well, not right this second. I just gotta be careful I don't pull it too far, otherwise the pull cord will rip off. But let's head in there and see what we got for tracks and fur. Okay, we got the gut pile there, coyotes. Been digging on the bottom. We're gonna take a look at that here. Got the snares in there. And it looks like the coyotes going through here. There's lots of like old trails that they used to have in here. This is like a Hail Mary power ram I got out here. There's another snare behind. Here's some wolf tracks. Goes this way. Looks like it's a loner. Heading out that way there. We'll check that out on the way by. But I'm gonna pull these snares. Stay on the trail. So that's right where my one snare is. You always see me coming from the side. And it's nice and high, blended in. It's got a little bit of a twist there, so the snare doesn't stand out. And then my power ram there, I don't know if you can see it, but right there is on their trail. They'd gone in and out there, crossed here a couple times. So the idea was if they seen that and didn't want to go there, they'd go that way. But before we were wondering where they drugged the elk carcass, they got it all the way over here. It doesn't look like the wolves came here, maybe just the coyotes. Was right over here somewhere. Maybe they drug it further into the bush. In this corner up here is an old game trail that deer and moose and elk used to use all the time. Yeah, right in here. It's a twisty old trail that they used to use for logging 40, 50 years ago. Anyways, I'm not sure where that elk carcass is. It looks like they drug it in. It was like right in this area. Last time there's still tracks going in there. All right, let's go check the snares on the inside. Just pulled the last of the snares. Just following some tracks back here. So this is where the coyotes and originally the wolves come through. Then it goes to that cut line back over here. So I'm not sure where they're going to bed and stuff. But in here, it's a little bit of a ridge between two low spots. So you can see it's thicker spruce, and that's where that lease is. Then you have a ridge here where your animals tend to travel, and then it goes down a little bit to a swamp. So on this ridge, you got game trails, and they'll go bedding underneath the spruce trees there and whatnot. But that's where I like to set my baits up, where it's thick like this on the edge of the lease, and then they go through. I'm gonna carry on this way here a little bit, just kind of break trail and see if the wolves and stuff have come a different direction in there. The other day we looked, and they did sneak through there just outside of my snare area in here, but lots of the activity tends to be on the far side there on the west side so far. And here, not too much going on, but we're gonna check her out. That's a wrap. I'm just gonna follow these wolf tracks back. Like I mentioned before, I think it's just a loner, maybe two of them. And I'm gonna skidoo out the trails a little bit more. Just investigate. Know a few more things for next year in this spot. And probably get it going sooner than later. And yeah. Nice place though. Good place for snaring. Lots of spruce trees tight, and then it opens up to some willows and stuff. So you got some options for snaring, and it depends how your animals want to go through. But I'm thinking cut them off on that side of the big bush before they even come here, if they give me opportunity to. Gonna head back to the shop there. Got a wolf to skin, and we're having a little birthday supper for Brandy today. She's not getting any older, just holding the same age. Right on. Gonna catch you back at the shop. Back at the shop here, and took a little break and went in the house and visited. And shop's nice and cool in here, about 5 degrees Celsius. But got this guy to do, last wolf for the season. Kind of glad I didn't catch any today. And kind of been playing around, but not going too hard. This wolf here, nice fur. It's got damage to the ear, so I'm not sure. Have to look at it a little closer and see if I can do anything with it for taxidermy, or it's just gonna be kind of a wall hanger kind of a thing. But yeah, we'll take a look through the other fur a little bit later if we have time, after I pull the hide off this, and then I'll put it in the fridge till later in the week, and then we'll take the paws out and do the lips and put it on the board and start pulling them out of the freezer and getting them done up. But better get at her. We got it supper tonight there, so see you in a bit. This is the wolf, 107 pounds. Pretty nice, really furred up belly. Good long guard hairs on the back, nice and dense. Tail's nice. Only damage is on the ear right there. It's kind of, they must have drug it or something, and it's dried out a bit now. but everything else is good. Be a good wall hanger. 107 pounds, or 104 pounds, sorry. Look at this specimen. Nice big wolf. Hopefully it's not too dry. I should be able to turn it. Been a busy weekend here, running around all over the place. Picking up some fur and making some other connections there. So I just got a couple links there that I pulled out of the freezer. They're thawed out now. Kind of the last of those cats. And then some coyotes in the fridge I gotta flesh, and then I gotta box up some fur I bought. Some nice looking pelts there. Anyways, we're gonna get busy. Haven't made much for videos. Wrapped up all the wolf stuff. Beaver trapping. Let's gonna go do that. I'm gonna wait for the water to open up. I can't go on the ice now. That one creek, water ran into there, and now I got flood ice and stuff to deal with. So I thought it would last a little bit longer. Never did check that out in the spring before. So anyways, we're gonna pack up the fur and skin, and then after that call it a night. We'll catch you guys next time.